Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the privacy and the security editions. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to catch the show live. Well, let's go ahead and dive right on in here. We have another report. Some 100,000 websites collect everything you type before you hit submit. All right, I'm going to include this in news because it's coming out as being like, hey, old news, right? The fact is this is old news. This is called Session Replay. This article didn't actually get into all of the odds and ends of the term Session Replay. I actually block this on my router. Basically, that works as a library that is loaded usually by JavaScript inside of your website. You add it onto a page which has a form, and as the user fills in information, even though they have not hit the submit button on the form, as they're filling in the boxes, it does a keylogger, grabs all the data, and sends it to the server already without you having to hit submit. So just because you go in a web form and start entering things, you go, okay, they're asking for more information I want to give. You cancel out of the form. They have still collected all of the information, which could include passwords and email addresses and personally identifiable information that you've chosen not to share with them. So this was a report that looked at several different websites, and they found 2,950 logged U.S. user email accounts in some form or another. This is all done by that Session Replay. We covered this in the news a long time ago when it came out. Of course, now there's things like there's the TikTok pixel, there's the Meta pixel, which formerly Facebook pixel. So these are all the different ways that people are blocking things. There is a Firefox extension called Leak Inspector to examine if your the websites you're visiting are doing this. So you can go ahead and have a look at that. But the thing is that this isn't something brand new, like, wow, shocking. This is something we've talked about on this channel before. It is called Session Replay. And with the Session Replay, we want to make sure that you're blocking these things when you can. There's really not much you can do about it other than avoid the sites that use it. And how do you find those? Well, it's kind of hard to do. So anyway, just keep in mind whatever you type in on a web form may not be private, even if you don't hit submit. Liveness tests used by banks to verify IDs are extremely vulnerable to deepfake attacks. This is some of these banks are going with ID verifications. Hey, log into your webcam. Just point your cell phone camera at yourself to verify you. I don't use your apps, you stupid moronic banks. If these banks are really serious about security, you have to use hardware keys. Stop using people's phones. Stop using their pictures. Stop using their voice prints. All of those are really easy to spoof. A hardware key, a lot harder to spoof. All right. And so liveness tests, these are the banks that are requiring you either show some ID or use some type of web camera. They were actually intercepted quite easily utilizing deep fakes based on images that you could get from somebody, like, if they're crazy enough to have a YouTube channel and show their face, then somebody could deep fake and get into your bank if your bank is being protected by these types of things. So note to self, you need to fight the banks at every turn. Don't be like, sorry, I can't do that. Not doing that. Oh, but I have, no. You have walkaway power. There are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of banks in this country. Find one that doesn't use this crap. Okay? And that's not necessarily easier said than done. I've done it all the time. I have closed banks over some of the stupidest issues because the banks were doing immoral and unethical things, and I said, screw it, and I closed. I actually closed entire business account at one point in time over 7 cents. Call that petty. I call that keeping your word. And if you are going to lie to me about 7 cents, you're going to lie to me about a whole lot more too. And so, yeah, I've closed bank accounts over that. So just be careful and fight against your banks. I have my banks. I've explicitly told them I'm not using a phone number for anything. Well, you can't pass money with text. Good. I don't want to pass money with text. What do I look like, an idiot? I don't be discussing some price of a magic card with a friend with a text message and accidentally send him $20. Like, no, stupid. So fight your banks back against that stuff. Well, this one from Android developers, Google and Samsung are working together to cross-share all of your health data across both of their networks and databases. Isn't this awesome, guys? You have all of these metrics on your devices, and you're putting in watches and turning all these things on, going, oh, look at this. I can see a plot of all the places I've ran today. Yeah, and that's now going into 2 separate company databases where you have all sorts of crazy employees. You know, if you're a hot lady, then you could expect a visit from some unscrupulous person inside of that company, because they all have access to that information as well. But of course, this is a great thing. Introducing Health Connect. We've created Health Connect, a platform and API for Android app developers. With user permission, developers can use a single set of API keys to access and share health and fitness data across Android devices. So across Google, across Samsung, we've been working with developers including MyFitnessPal, Leap Fitness, Withings, as well as an early access program. In addition, Samsung Health, Google Fit, and Fitbit are adopting Health Connect. Starting today, all developers can get access to Health Connect's common set of APIs for Android via Android Jetpack. There you go, guys. So now you can collect all of your information and cross-share it to a variety of different companies all at the same time. I will remind you, these companies are not... they're not being extremely private with all your data. Like Google, Fitbit, which is owned by Google, their parent company Alphabet is working on health insurance companies. You better believe that they're passing information up. It's not exactly sharing with a third party. It's just sharing it right on up the company line. That information is going to be used against you. If you have a Fitbit, there is going to be a time in the future when that data from your Fitbit is going to be used against you. Take those Fitbits off, smash them, and go figure out another way to log what you're doing. Like paper and pen works just as fine in all reality. And on to our last story. Amazon, they want to collect your shopping data. This isn't, hey, let's shop with stuff on Amazon. This is, they want you to create an account, sign into the service, scan your receipt from the other stores you shop at, so Amazon can get a picture of everything you're buying at non-Amazon affiliated stores. And in exchange for this, they'll give you a few peanuts in the form of Amazon credit on your account. So, you know, you can buy more useless consumer garbage from the children slave laborers in China. And so here's how this works. This is amazing. Download the Alexa app and search available offers and start building your shopping list now. So add offers to shopping list. Shop offers at your go-to grocery store, which, by the way, cannot be a Whole Foods since it's owned by Amazon. Scan your receipt and product barcodes to redeem the offers. Earn money back and get paid via your Amazon gift card. Use your gift card towards millions of eligible purchases on Amazon. So yeah, you're scanning the barcodes and the receipts of the things you actually buy at the grocery store for non-affiliate stuff, giving all of this private user data to Amazon in exchange for a few little peanuts. Thank you, boys and girls. Here's your Soma. Go get high now. That's exactly what Amazon is doing. I will encourage you guys, do not give them this information. Give Amazon as little information as you possibly can. All right. Now, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have affiliates. Today, we are highlighting Linode. Using my affiliate link, tlm.li/Linode, you will get $100 in credit, good for 60 days. And I have a couple videos that we're going to be doing very soon on Linode. I have most of the scripts written up, and I have a lot of the footage recorded. So we're going to be talking about some of the things that you can do on Linode. Just stay tuned for those. Probably another couple weeks before those are all out. I have to fit them in some of my other schedule stuff. But anyway, use my affiliate link there, tlm.li/Linode. Get $100 in credit, good for 60 days. Now let's head on over to security news. So first up in security, we have an update. I love the subtext here. New Justice Department guidelines promise not to prosecute security researchers under anti-hacking laws. Gee, thanks. So this boils down to the way the original computer laws and anti-hacking laws, 1984, updated 1986, were pretty much any unauthorized access to a system is basically tantamount to a felony computer invasion. There's more people in jail longer for, trying to find the vulnerabilities in somebody's servers than there are for actually like rape and murder and stuff. It's like, oh Lord, don't let us do that. Don't let us find the vulnerabilities. And that was always been a problem where it's always been kind of under the company's good graces. Do you prosecute the people or pay them a bug bounty? And that is it. Now, and some of the changes going through, they've been discussing this for a while. Policy change follows a SCOTUS ruling in June of last year that whittled down the scope of the law. Case involved police officer who accessed and sold license plate information obtained from a squad car's computer, convicted and sentenced to 18 months in prison. Yeah, I agree with that one because, that is utilizing the data available to you in an inappropriate manner. But if you're talking about, I have a product here and I want to attempt to hack it because I want to know how safe and secure it is, you should be able to do that. Now, according to the new laws, they don't explicitly say you can, but they kind of allude to it in a way that's like all U.S. laws in the current age. They're wishy-washy and they could be interpreted a number of different ways. And so the reality is it's moved slightly better for people who are security researchers, but it's still not absolutely beautifully amazing. And so we have to kind of keep that in mind that, there is still some cause for concern. But if you are a security researcher, chances are better if you're trying to, be a white hat hacker and find vulnerabilities, that you're not going to be prosecuted in that manner. And I realize most of the white hats have full authorization from the companies, but hey, whatever. All right. Researchers devise an iPhone malware that runs even when the device is turned off. So remember that if your iPhone is turned off, which you can never remove the battery, so there's always some way to have power, the phone can be findable and you can use your credit cards, you can use your keys. All this stuff is available even if the power is off, even if the battery is effectively dead. Of course, this is part of that Apple mesh network that Rob Braxman always talks about, which is absolutely true. And the reality is these guys have found a way to get in here and add some vulnerabilities that are around even if the phone is turned off. Now, as of now, the way that they did their initial tests, you have to have physical access to the phone and it has to be jailbroken. So chances are very slim that someone's going to pull this off in the wild as it is. But the fact is, it is right on the verge of the fact that a phone can be powered down. The average consumer truly thinks it's turned off and malware can still be on. Also, remember that rebooting your phone is a way to clear a lot of malware on phones. And the reality is, if these things do not completely power down, it is possible to store malware in the memory and it will be impossible to get that off, at least very difficult. So there is a little on that one. Next, CEOs and other top executives use the same terrible passwords as other people. Well, of course they do. In fact, they are bigger culprits of it than other people. A lot of other people aren't as stupid with passwords anymore. Your CEOs have so many things going on. It doesn't even cross their mind that somebody might even hack into it. So after doing a little bit of research, let's see. Password Manager NordPass, with the help of cybersecurity researchers, analyzed 290 data breaches worldwide, put together a list of passwords used by business executives. They included company CEOs, C-level execs, CTOs, CFOs, etc., business owners, and management. It turns out the high flyers aren't so different from the general public. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and password were the number 1 and number 2 most popular passwords, respectively. That first string was also the most common password among everyday users last year. So there you are. There's some wonderful passwords. So definitely consider these because, I mean, really, this is just 4D chess, right? You're sitting here playing these. You're like, I'm going to put my password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because it's so stupid and simple. Nobody will even think to check it. Okay. And so that's what we see there. So corporate data breaches happen all the time. According to Verizon data breach investigation reports, 80% of them are the result of weak and easy to crack passwords. Hackers getting into high-level executive accounts can spell disaster for a company. Absolutely. So if you are working with any CEOs, make sure to remind them, use stronger passwords and use a password manager that's not online. And on to our final story. A Bluetooth hack can unlock your Tesla and pretty much anything that has Bluetooth unlock capabilities. Of course, the Tesla is like, we have this ultra secure Bluetooth blah, 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 to data collect everything. The reality is these are actually fairly easy to compromise. So what happens is you just need what's called a relay station attack. So, and this doesn't have to be multiple people. You can actually hide a computer in the bushes next to the Tesla. Your computer or device is connected to that computer that is stored in the bushes next to the Tesla. You just get next to the car owner within a close range. You'll ping the device pings from the car to you. You relay that on to the car owner, and boom, you can unlock the Tesla utilizing, a little computer stashed in a backpack. So that's kind of how the system works. And anything that utilizes a Bluetooth sequence to unlock is susceptible to this type of breach. So yeah, these are reasons I don't want these types of things. These are reasons I do not use wireless communications. These are reasons I don't want an RFID chip in my fingers. These are the reasons I do not want to unlock my car with my phone. Okay, it's too open to abuse and things like that. Give me a physical key, which is why hardware keys are your best security, and a physical key is the best security because somebody's got to take that key. And in our modern world, with all these crazy psychopaths that are all running around with PTSD because somebody gave them the wrong pronoun, trust me, your chance of getting physically robbed by somebody who knows what they're doing and knows to go after your specific device is infinitely small compared to the person who can do it quietly from behind the bushes with a little computer. So definitely look at these. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a Patreon page. It covers all my different channels. So you can jump on over there, help support it. It is patreon.com/TOMM. It's TOMM. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.